Alright, let's take a look at these cards. The game comes with 4 scenario cards. I'm sorry, mission cards they're called. They're numbered 15, 16, 17, 18. So this one I think is the easiest one, and then they continually get harder. Or maybe I've got it backwards, because these 2 missions start in 1942, and these 2 missions start in occur in 1941. Now let's look and see about that safe line again. So there's 2, okay, safe lines. Here's the 1942 safe line in white, and then this red line here is the 1941 safe line, and around Tobruk as well. And if you have a force east of the safe line, if you pick a card, you have to pick a card after you move into a space. If you pick a card that generates a battle with Alt 4, then you ignore it, because you're safe past this line. You're safe on this side of the red line in 41. So the mission cards will give you a situation. This one, delay at all costs. It says place 3 real objectives and 1 minefield. So what you do is you go to your objectives pile. You pick out 3 of these that are real objectives and 1 minefield. All right, 3 real objectives and 1 minefield. So what you would do is you would flip these over, or put them in a cup, however you want to do it. I prefer to just flip them over, mix them up. You roll 2d6, 7, you put 1 in Benghazi. So you randomly choose 1, put it in Benghazi. You do the same thing with the other objective markers. Then it tells you where the Africa Corps starts, or is placed. It starts in Mersa Matruh, which is over here somewhere. Right there. Which is unfortunate, because you can't move through that space. So to get up here somewhere, you'd have to go clear around and up. Then it'll tell you what your mission is. Recover 1 real objective and have a killed in action of 9 or higher. So of those 4 objectives that you put out, only 3 of them are real objectives. You have to find at least 1 of those 3 real objectives and have a killed in action of 9 or better, which you keep track of up here. And you get 10 operations. So you put your operations marker at 10. And then it'll tell you your command and signal. You get 1 leader automatically. They're both the same. We'll pick David. And your stacking is 5. Now that's important. That means you can have 5 units stacked. I don't think the leaders count in stacking. Pretty sure they don't. But you can have 5 units stacked in 1 space. That's pretty good. They'll also tell you got your logistics. You have 40 recruit points. That's where you're going to recruit your units up here. There's a chart right here on the map of recruiting costs. Ah, yeah, Jeep patrols. You can only recruit them 1942 missions. And this tells you how many points it costs to recruit. So that armored car costs 4 points to recruit. Truck patrol costs half that. Heavy weapons cost 4. So you see things have different costs. And you have 40 points to spend on assembling the force that you want. And that's what you're going to get off your mission cards. And once you get your recruiting points and so forth, you get all your units, then you're going to start, you're going to get, let's see, I can't remember exactly how many cards. Might just have to wait and get to that when we start the game. Yeah. Yeah, be played. Yep. So you just shuffle these up, this whole deck. You form a draw pile with them. These are your event cards, Op 4 cards, whatever you want to call them. And each one of these will tell you something will happen, and you just follow what the card says. I said Bedouins. If the operating force has a leader or supply column, you gain an op, or you can reveal one objective marker. If not, then you lose an op. So you can gain operations, but you can also lose them. African Corps Offensive, Double Agent, and I mean there's some in here that generate here. Raid, pick one of your forces west of the safe line. Ooh, roll 1 die and place that number of Op 4 units in its space. Wow, that's a lot of Op 4 units. But if you win, you get 2 ops. If you lose 2 ops. That's a tough one. So as you see, there's different effects, different things that happen. And when you move a force, anytime you move something, a force is a stack of units. So that's why having that 5 stacking limit's pretty sweet. You always move at the slowest movement factor of what you have. But you move, spend an operations point, move a unit, pick an event card, do what it says. Basically rinse, repeat. But every time you move something, you lose an op. So you have to keep that in mind. Also, you have to keep in mind your killed in action points. Every time you kill an enemy unit, you get a KIA. But every time they kill one of yours, you lose them. So it's pretty tough. That's basically the game in a nutshell. What we're going to do is, next up, we're going to randomly select a mission and assemble our force and play the game and see how well we do. Thanks for watching.